Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, my phone is coming on for the intro music. Let me go on and invite some people off in here. Mm, I'm feeling myself today, baby. Mhm. Mm. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, I am super late. Yeah, but it's Freedom Friday, so I really get started when I want to get started. And that 4 o'clock didn't feel right in my spirit this morning, so I went to sleep. And I turned. Listen, when I got up at 4 o'clock, I don't know who. I think I'm gonna blame it on Shayla, my alter ego. I think she got mad because when I woke up, I realized that all my alarms had been turned off until 7 o'clock, and I don't remember doing that. Like normally when my alarm go off at 4 o'clock, you stop that alarm and the next one because I have several set up because your girl will go back to bed. Um, I have several alarms set up between 4 and 7. Somebody went in and turned off all of my alarms, and I don't remember doing it. Why I'm just now getting started. But it's Friday, and I am on boss, so I can really get started when I want to. That's a five. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you to my black Jesus, because I don't know who some of these folks praying to. So I need to let you know who I'm praying to, because we ain't all praying to the same God. If you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying. I'm looking for my song that I was supposed to start with, because I'm a little discombobulated this morning because I've been going through it. When I say going through it, I mean going through it. I mean going through it like I ain't never went through it before. I really do feel like I'm in the fight of for my life, and it's been a struggle. And I have to say that this live has really pulled me through this week because I was mentally ready to shut down. And honestly, when your rent ain't paid for the present month and you are 3 days away from the new month, that is not the time to shut down. I can't shut down if I wanted to, okay? So I don't take no days off. I might be a little late when I come in here on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. I'm not coming on Thursdays. I'm sorry. I need a day to sleep in. Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays are optional. So if you are struggling in your life right now and you need somebody to pull you, push you, come in and kick you sometimes when you need it, please allow me to do that for you because that is what helps me keep going, right? Because when I want to sleep in, I know that there's somebody out there that needs me to get up because they need to hear me to motivate them to get them through this day. Because Friday, even though it's payday, and Fridays for me are different because I don't like Fridays because Fridays is when I pay other folks. Like fr- payday for me is me paying invoices. That's what because I get paid every day. Unfortunately, that pay that I'm getting paid every day is not equaling up to them invoices that go out on Friday, and that's why I'm working every single day. And that's one of the struggles. I did a post on Facebook where I said that if you're struggling either mentally, financially, uh, physically, or spiritually, then you need to follow me because we need to get through this together. We need each other. Listen, all we have is each other. But luckily for us, we've already proven that that's all we need. We don't need to see it being done to know that it can happen because we've already seen it's done. Our communities were pretty much exiled. We're not allowed to go to their stores. We're not allowed to go to their schools. We're not allowed to do any of that shit, and we still thrived. So again, I say we need each other. I need you guys to pull me through this. And by you pulling me through this, I'm going to pull you through this because somebody is counting on you. I don't care who you are. Somebody is counting on you because people will look at you as inspiration because no matter where you are in life, there is somebody that's doing worse than you are. That's looking at you and thinking, if she can get to that point, then I can too. And that is the reason that I do this. And I put that on my mama. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it to be seen. I do it so my daughters and yours can look at me and say, if she can do it, I can do it because she ain't no better than I am. The only difference between me and somebody who has done what they said they wanted to do is that I didn't quit. I kept going. I was delayed. It took me some years to get them degrees because I went the long way around. Some people go straight to medical school. I decided to be a nurse and then went to medical school. I have 5 degrees and I worked my ass off. Five. I see the number five. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can see the number five. That's my spiritual number, by the way. Every time I see a five, I know that what I said matters. I took the long way because I didn't have the money to pay for my college, even though my parents were both in the military and my counselors knew this. My college was supposed to have been paid for. They were supposed to send me directly to medical school. But for whatever reason, my parents' sacrifice didn't matter. It didn't count. So now I'm left with $116,000 in student loans. But anyway, welcome to this used to be the Car Chronicles of the Angry Black MP, but I'm kind of teeter tottering between changing the name to the Morning Tea with Sequoise the Boss MP. I don't know. If y'all could help me out on that because I need to get started on this platform to get it built because I need to help some of y'all. One part that we will be doing is the She Did That section is when I pretty much advertise for your business, whatever it is that you want me to advertise for you. If you're having some type of vendors event, yes, morning tea. I got one for morning tea. If you're having some type of vendors event, then if you give it to me, I will advertise it for you. If you have a sale or something that you want people to know, let me know, and I will advertise it for you. Like you need somebody to be advertising your business right now for free. If somebody's doing willing to advertise your business for free, why would you not take advantage of that? Because it costs money to advertise everywhere else. So I'm offering you a free place to advertise your business, but I'm not getting those. So if you could please, if you see somebody with a business, can you send them this link and say, hey, she's willing to advertise your business. Watch her and do what she asked you to do, which is send me your information. That's all I need. Send me your information. Tell me what it is that you want me to advertise and your contact information so they can reach you. Give me that information and I will advertise your business on here. And then if you would like me to advertise it on all my platforms, then we can speak about that as well. I'm trying to decide. I'm talking, but I'm also trying to decide my song of the day because I have to start my day every day with a song, and I'm stuck between. Let me do this one. That's a five. That's a five. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I got started before the song started. I normally start with the song, but I got to get the song in. You gotta start talking like this. Like you can't stay out of the fence, baby. You gotta take a side. You want to the top or to the left? Huh? I just been walking in my purpose, baby. Just getting started. I ain't even scratched the surface, baby. Yeah. You ain't gotta like it long as God love it. I came a long way from me being outside thugging. Yeah. And all my haters, I just pray for them. They can't match my energy. I think they make they boring. And all really hate for them. Turn my spirit up. Give it up. I don't know, not geared up yet. Look, you don't need a good. That's what you hit different. Pray that song's not the one you'll feel a big difference. Your daily bread will be missing, protected by the most high. It's only one guy, he'll get you like your own eye. This ain't no TikTok with gospel from that hip hop. My flesh, I had to strip down. That Bible on my hip now. Look, I put my foot down. I was two in the world. And honestly, that's no example for my little girl. And now my son either. Now when they back, they born and already hate that form. Look, turn my spirit up. He can give it up. My armor on, I'm geared up, yeah. Blood geared up, yeah. He really mad now. He really mad now. He really mad now. He really mad now. I got this twin. Principalities against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah, maybe the battle is deeper than the yeah. So you better come suited and booted with the armor of God on. Right. You're gonna need that. You gonna need that. Okay, now phone tripping. Okay, there we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to. I only got one vote. Hey, Kat. I was taking a vote. I was trying to decide on a name for this. If I wanted to do the Car Chronicles with the um, some days it's gonna be angry, tired, whatever, Black MP, or morning tea with Sequoise the Boss MP. So I've got one vote for morning tea. I need some more votes on what I should name this. But I'm gonna get started today with one of the sections that I did on the other show was the "Don't Make My Take My Earrings Off," and that's when I go over the things that are happening in my life that are turning me into the angry black woman that everyone keeps accusing me of. And I forgot I was supposed to send the messages to my other phone so I could read it word for word, but I forgot. The thing that's really pissing me off is the fact that despite the fact that I am qualified, overly qualified for what I do, when I tell people stuff that have absolutely no medical training, they try to tell me that I'm wrong. Like right now, we're in a COVID wave that can be seen. We've been in one that can be seen for quite a while. I'm just being honest. But now the newer variants, some of them are testing positive because they haven't tested positive for a while, right? So now that some of them are testing positive and we're actually able to see that COVID is out there, I'm trying to get people to understand that even if you don't have a positive COVID test, you still can have COVID because for 2 years, we've been having variants that do not test positive. Even at the hospital, when they do a COVID test on your results, it says a positive test does not, I mean, a negative test does not mean that you don't have COVID. That's on your test. Get a copy of them and look at them. And me telling people this, they don't want to listen. And it's really pissing me off because if you don't respect me enough to take my advice, okay, cool. But you don't have to be disrespectful when you do it. And I'm really tired of being in the group that is the most educated because science proves that black women are the most educated. But for some reason, as a black woman, it's always assumed that I am DEI. And I didn't say DEIA, I said DEI. That's what the racists use to try to justify you doing better in your life than they do. Every time they see a black person with a good job, they blame it on DEI and not giving them the credit that they got their degree, they got up early and practiced the skill or whatever it was in order to advance. Because as a black person, if you're not at the best, there's a chance you don't get a shot. So they made us become the best just so we could compete. And now there's no competition and they mad. So that's now why all the black women are DEI. Is because they can't compete with us. Because DEI didn't have shit to do with us anyway. That benefited the white woman, not the black woman. We had to get in with our skills and our degrees. Nobody gave us anything. And it's really starting to piss me off as a black woman that has earned everything I have, that people are treating me like it was given to me. Nobody gave me shit. Every job I had, I started at the bottom, at an entry position, and I left as the manager. And the fact that when I try to tell people things, because I know, I don't say stuff unless I know that I can back it up, because people fact check me on everything. I get fact checked on everything I say. So I always have receipts to back it up. So when I say something, instead of somebody saying, "Can you show me the evidence?" I'm called a quack. I had a patient that came to me and she wanted something, HIPAA, to treat her problem. And I told her that it sounded like long COVID to me. And she admitted, actually, that it wasn't long COVID because she had tested positive August 9th. So I'm trying to tell her the problem that you're having is not the problem that you think it is, it's something else. She requested another provider, was not disrespectful at all, but she requests, and you have that right. And I informed her that when what you asking for, when it makes the problem worse, when you come to see me again to fix it, I'm going to have to charge you an additional fee because you made my job harder. And then I had another patient that came in on for services, and one thing that in business you're gonna do is somebody come for services, you're gonna let them know about the other services that you have. So I was letting her know about my $50 consultations, where I go in and make sure your stuff is in order for your health. Then I also give you some prevention for the COVID that's going around. And I'm just gonna say IVM, ivermectin. I'm only gonna say the drug one time. Well, I'm gonna say it twice in case you missed it the last time. Ivermectin, which I'm gonna refer to as IVM. because there is a hit out on that drug because it works. But anyway, I let her know that this can be done, and she attacked me, not physically, but in the comments, calling me stupid and insulting my integrity, and then she threatened me. She did. She threatened to call the board on me for trying to give her a horse the warmer is what she called it. And then she said she took care of horses, which I knew was a lie because if she actually took care of horses, she would know that the medication that they give the horses and the medication that they give people are the same because it is. It is. And, and I'm gonna bring you to this. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna keep going with the story. The fact that people are acting like this medication can't work on them or so bad for people because it was used in animals. Did you not remember that COVID went through animals before it came to people? What? What did you say, Sequoise? I said that COVID went through the animals first to practice before it started infecting us. So if a medication would work on an animal where the disease started, there's a pretty good chance that it might work on you too, especially when the exact same thing that's in the medicine for the animals is the exact same thing that's in the medicine for the people. So if you're taking care of animals, then you would know that. Okay. Because I know people that are getting medication from their vets, and they ain't got no pets. Well, at least they say. I don't know if it's true. I can't verify it because I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. I've heard it in other places. But anyway, she threatened to call the board on me. So I just did a simple message back to her and said, hey, if you think you know more about this than I do, then it's funny, but that's fine. And I also let her know that I had been using that medication to save lives since 2021. And then most importantly, I told her that if she decided to report me for a false allegation after I got through dealing with the courts, because I've already had to deal with it once, I was going to sue her ass for everything she had. That's not a threat. That's listen. I did not threaten that woman because my husband was like, "Did you threaten her?" No, I did not threaten that woman. She threatened me, and I told her what would happen if she did. That's not a threat. That's a promise. So if you try to get me hemmed up with my board on some bullshit, I'm suing you. And then she came back. Well, I guess she got mad because her English got bad because part of the sentence didn't make any sense. But she was basically trying to tell me that she ain't got nothing. She's on Social Security, and that she would ruin me and she would come for me and don't try her. You came for me, and that as a black woman, it is not lost on me that people like to be hella disrespectful to us and then expect us to just take it. I'm not one of those. You listen, the I do not care club. I'm all for it. That movement that's going on with black women just going through the struggle of their life. But the I do not care club did not fit me because I've never cared. I I haven't. I've never cared. So when I joined that club, because I did, like I was one of the first ones, like I'm all in. When I joined that club, I was really excited, but then I realized this is no different from my everyday life. I'm at the point in my life where I don't give a fuck, and that's why I wear these. The 4 and 5 glasses, I lost them. I had 3 pair. I'm down to my last pair. I don't give a fuck, and these are my Michael Kors. I paid some money for these. I'm not gonna lose these. So if you come for me, it's up and it's stuck. And as my girl Cardi B say, once we have beef forever. And that's why I be trying not to cut people off. I really be trying not to cut people off because once I cut you off, there is no fixing it. I will give you a chance after chance after chance, but once I finally cut them ties, there is no coming back. I have literally had funerals in my head for some former aunts, my mother's sisters, all four of them. As black women, I'm sick and tired of people disrespecting us and then trying to force us to take it because our reaction is, "Oh, you angry?" If you, yeah, you wanted me to be angry. That's why you disrespect me because I've already told you in the beginning. Because I make it very clear to people that I meet that I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't. So when you disrespect me, if I do something to make you cry, that's on you. I'm really tired of having to tone police myself for the comfort of others. That's a five. That's a five. That's a five. And this is something else that's been eating at me. And I really wasn't going to talk about this morning because I was running late. I was going to get in and out. But y'all know I've said it a million times that sometimes when I start talking, I can't stop. And I very little have control over this mouth. I have no filter. When it comes here, it comes out. So what you get is what you get. I'm really tired of taking other people's shit and then expect it to smile. Or I'm really tired of not being allowed to be myself. I did a live where I cussed, not on my business page, not even in my uniform, not even at my clinic. I did a live where I cussed, and another nurse did a whole call for all the nurses in East Texas to come against me, calling me a embarrassment because I cussed because my feelings were hurt. People were actually fucking with my patience. If you want to mess with me, I don't give a damn because I don't give a fuck. But when you start messing with my patience, harassing my patience about me, so I got upset and I did a live and I told those people that I know watch my page to leave my patients the fuck alone. And because of that, she said I was an embarrassment. Why is a black woman, when I speak my truth, I'm attacked and made the villain? And the person that did it let me know that she's one of the ones that be talking about me. She said she's talked to several people, and they've all told her that they don't come see me because I have an attitude. These people have never had a conversation with me. So how do you know what my attitude is? You heard something from somebody else that they never had a conversation with me. And if that's the way you want to live your life, that's cool. If you want to hate on the person you should be learning from, that's cool. I don't care. But don't take that to my patience. Leave my patience out of it. And that's the safest thing for you to do. I I don't know why, but I feel like I really needed to get that off my chest because I've been toting that for a minute because I don't like doing black women on black women. Like I don't like it. Just like yesterday, I was in a live with someone who I thought was a friendly, and for description purposes, he was a white man. and he said something incorrect about in order for things to change, all the white people got to get out and vote. And so I said, no, there are more black and brown people in Texas. We got to get out and vote. And before I could finish, she cut me off to defend him. And I was finna say that to her, like, why? She's like, I don't understand why you're coming for him. Why is that your problem? If you go be my friend, and then I remembered the last time, that this was the second time that we had an issue like that, to where she tried to have an issue with me, and I was about to, like, this was my friend. Why is you gonna get a strike three? So I dropped from the panel because I was hurt that someone that I thought was a friendly would attack me for someone else, and not even just someone else, but a white man at that. Like, she wouldn't even let him talk to himself. Like, I'm trying to have a conversation, and then she changed what he said, which is not what he said. And then all of a sudden, he's saying that he said what she said, and it's two of them. I know what you said. Ain't nothing wrong with my hearing, but the fact that she attacked me to defend him was crazy to me, because I have been in rooms times where I didn't really disagree with her because the other person was an outsider. I didn't say shit because that ain't my business. Your argument is not with me. Your argument is with them. He has to prove that your story didn't align, or whatever the case may be. Why as black women are we so gung ho on jumping to the side of someone who's not a black woman? On TikTok right now, I forgot. Lord, she changed the name, and she keeps sending me invites. But it was Lady Jane. But now the word is out on her. She's changed her name to Dancer. I'll get it the next time she sends me an invite. But she had black women attacking me on TikTok, telling them that I pretended to be her friend and then attacked her on the panel, which is exactly what she did to me. That's what I call it, accusation. It's and that's how you know, number one, they racist, and how they really are Trump supporter, because they do what he does. They accuse you of doing something that they either already done or about to do. An accusation is when they accuse you of doing the deed that they either have already done or are about to do. Pay attention when you're talking to people that don't have your best interest at heart, because sometimes they will tell on themselves. And I didn't pay attention because when I came to the room where she had set me up on, a black woman called me a bitch and a hoe for this white woman, and me and her had never had a conversation. And then she lied and said that she was present when the whole thing happened, and I know she was lying because it didn't happen the way she said it happened. She said that I allowed her to be attacked, and I did not. The person that she had beef with on my panel, when he muted her, I got onto his ass and told him he's not allowed to mute her because she's a moderator too. And then as it went on, she dropped him from my panel. If I wouldn't let you mute him, why? If I wouldn't let him mute you, why would you think I would let you drop him? So I dropped her. And so she got mad and went to all these women that I attacked her, and now I got black women. They got my TikTok account banned, and I have them admitting that they did it. And they claim that they didn't know that they was all gonna do it before that day, but they all in a group chat together. Because I think they forgot I was in there. These are the things that anger me as black women. Like, when are we going to stop fighting each other for other folks that don't give a fuck about us, that are using us for their entertainment? Because that's all Jane does, is carry around black women to fight for her so she can sit back and feel like the queen that she thinks she is. But anyway, moving on to what we're not going to do. What we're not going to do, we're not going to go down without a fight. Hmm? We're not going to quit before the battle even starts, because that's what they are trying to do. They're trying to knock you out before you can even get to the physical battle. Because if you knock somebody out mentally, or they think they can't win, you don't have to fight them. It's a more intelligent way of selling wolf tickets. Remember back in the day, the one that always act like she was real, real bad, couldn't fight. It was the quiet ones that you ain't see coming. That'll take your ass from, baby. So now, instead of selling wolf tickets, they beat you up mentally. Right now, they throwing so much shit on us on purpose. They're not watching these diseases because they want it to engulf us. They're not watching if the foods are good for us or if they're contaminated because they want it to take us down. In order to be a dictator, and y'all know who I'm talking about, being a dick was not enough for him because he's an asshole. He wants to be a dictator. In order to be a dictator, you have to crash the economy where nobody can fight back because they're too hungry or dead, unalive for TikTok purposes. And this is why we cannot stop. You cannot quit. Whatever you got going on, whatever plan you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying to do something for the veterans, if you're trying to do something for the single moms, if you're trying to do something for the little girls that don't have parents, if you're trying to do this for the elders who don't have nobody to take care of them, whoever you're doing this for, whoever you're doing this for, you can't quit. They need you. They're counting on you. Every day when you get up, every day when you get up, first you thank God for giving you another day. Because a lot of folks ain't getting that. And then you remember what you got to do and you get to work. Playtime is over. We got to start stacking. If you ain't stacking cash, you need to be stacking something that you can sell or trade for what you need. All right? All right. So, recap what we're not going to do. We're not going to give up without a fight. Listen. I told you I was struggling, right? I'm struggling because I'm watching I'm calling the Trump virus. The tsunami of diseases is about to hit, and I done built my boathouse high, and I'm ready. But I'm looking at people on the ground, walking around like they don't see the water coming, and I'm trying to throw them life jacket after life jacket after life jacket, and they won't grab it. They keep throwing it back at me and talking about me. And while I was here, I saw one notification from one news source about the COVID surge. And then on my other phone, from a different source, another one about the COVID surge. And I was in an argument yesterday with somebody that said COVID was a thing of the past. Say what? There are really people out there that think that COVID is gone? So this rain is getting harder, and it's getting harder for me to hear and think because I have ADHD, and that is very, very distracting. But after what we're not gonna do is that she did that, and she ain't got nothing. She ain't did nothing. Y'all ain't told me nothing, so I ain't got nothing to give. As soon as you give me somebody, I need you to give me somebody. Listen. I'm not gonna go looking. I don't have the time. I need you to give me a business to promote. And until you do, I'm going to continue to promote mine. So she did do something. Go over to my website, www.aboveaveragehealthcare.com, and get you some of my products. I got some pain away oil on there. You massage this into your shoulders, your back, your hip, whatever it is. Massage it in, and then apply heat for 20 minutes. I'm telling you, this right here is liquid gold, baby. All right, okay. I have some insect repellent. I have some hair growth oil for the edges and the rest of your hair. I have my COVID cough congestion be gone. This is my number one seller. If you ain't got none of this, you better get some of this. This kills COVID on contact, and if it burns, that means it's working. I, I, transparent moments. I have been slacking on this because sometimes these nozzles get stuck, and I hadn't changed it out, and so it had been a minute. Yesterday, when I finally sprayed my nose, I felt my brain burn. But my husband thought I was crazy, but after I got through, I opened my eyes and it was like the colors were so much brighter. But anyway, this is my COVID Be Gone nasal spray. Kills COVID on contact. It also helps with the flu. I also have I had put them where I could reach them. Oh, ooh, I can't move around in the car like the back seats get smaller when you get older. But anyway, I have my clinic, above average health and house calls. Um, let's see, what does it say on here? Putting the care back into healthcare, above average health and house calls, chronic care management. We provide in-home health care for patients in need of chronic management for diseases. We also provide telemedicine visits and in office. We can come to you. We take care of diabetes, blood pressure, high cholesterol, arthritis, chronic pain, insomnia, GERD, depression, anxiety, seasonal allergies, bronchitis, asthma, anemia, dementia, coronary artery disease, um, pregnancy prevention, STI treatment, and COVID care. This includes a comprehensive care plan that lists your health problems and goals with other healthcare providers, medications, community services you have and need. And not only do I do that on your insurance, I also do $50 consultations where I pretty much, for people who either don't have insurance or they need a second opinion, that's why it's $50. So you come pretty much with your list of medications and your labs, and then we sit down and go over your plan on what should be done because not everybody is you know you might not come see me because you don't have the insurance that I mean your insurance. I don't take your insurance, but you can do a $50 consultation fee. Pay me $50, and I'll go in and make sure that your provider is doing what they're supposed to do. I explain to you the questions that you cannot get explained. I, and I have a lot of practice with this. I don't have any reviews because I wasn't doing it as a service. I was doing it for free. People were hitting me up in my inbox that couldn't or wouldn't come see me with medical questions, and since that's something that I like doing, I did it for free. But now it's gonna cost you $50 because I gotta pay my rent. All right, okay. What else? Besides the $50 consultations for those whose insurance that I don't take or they don't have insurance, I'm also doing $50 weight loss visits, and with the weight loss visit, you get a free skinny shot, and that's a 1 week supply. So for $50, I said 50. If you are near East Texas, you have to be near East Texas. I'm doing $50 weight loss consultations with a free, I said free skinny shot. So for $50, you get to see if the medication is a good fit for you. I would just need, and we'd have to do an appointment, of course, and some recent labs. All right, okay. What else do I have got going on? Oh, the webinar. Rain down on me. That should have been the song I did. But the webinar is going to be. I'm trying to kick it off September 1st, but I want to do a webinar of us that really want to work on this thing mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. And together, we're going to build the foundation for our businesses that we're either about to set up or that we're already running. We need to scale it. So the webinar is pretty much going to give you some basic things that you need to be successful in this Trump era. It's not era, it's terror. It's Trump terror. And also, I'm going to give you some information about a boot camp, a 3-month boot camp that I'm trying to end this year on $1 million. If not $1 million, at least 6 figures, because 400,000 is what you're gonna need going into 2026 in order for all of this stuff not to mess with you. I'm sorry, but in order to be